back. WNST, Towson, Baltimore, and Baltimore Positive. It is a great week around here. Today is the only piece I'm doing today, and Hannah Grotti does not know this from Wise Markets, but and don't tell anyone, today's my 31st anniversary in Baltimore radio. It's 31 years ago today that I walked into 5 Light Street at WITH. So we are going to be celebrating over at Costas this week on Thursday with the Queen, the Rock and Roll Hall of Famer, Gina Shock of the Go-Go's, is going to come over, tell some stories of her Dundalk checkered past and Penguins at the Mall. John Allen's going to be joining us. There's a Hammerjacks documentary that's out that I've been a part of from my almost famous past. All of it's brought to you by our friends at the Maryland Lottery. We're going to let ourselves play here. I have these incredible holiday cash drops I'm going to be giving away as well. They also sell these at the Wise Market right out of the counter where I see it over at Store 206. And we're going to be talking about all sorts of wise conversations as well. Big thanks to Goodwill and our friends at Window Nation as well for putting on the Crab Cake Tour. I've had some wise managers out, but this is a special thing because Hannah Grotti and I, we get together once a month or thereabouts and talk about all sorts of things. But this is my favorite one because this time last year, she embarrassed me because she asked me how many points I had on my app. I didn't know how to log into my app. So this is the 1-year anniversary of me actually knowing how many points I have on my app and how many I know now. Today is December 13th. If you're hearing it a little later, happy holidays to you. But I am trying to get the free ham. I'm trying to get the 400 points. Hannah, help me out. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. How's your T-Berry doing?
T-Berry's good. I mean, right now we're kind of putting T-Berry aside and everything's peppermint and like chocolate in my house.
Eggnog.
So you know what? Eggnog is not real. I've never had it.
Don't begin this segment talking bad about eggnog like that. Come on.
I don't know. It's never appealed to me, and I'm just too afraid to try it. I'm very like an adventurous. I'm very adventurous when it comes to trying new things, but something about eggnog, it just doesn't like. I don't know. It's just the one thing where I'm like, I don't want to try it because I don't know.
You might like it.
Maybe. I mean, I was told a lot of people like you can either buy the carton or I know a bunch of people who make it like themselves.
I
But
want to meet them. I want to come and hang
you...
with them. Homemade eggnog with a little froth. Oh, man, that's so good.
I was told if you make it correctly, it's supposed to taste just like melted vanilla ice cream. I don't know if that's correct or not.
You know what? That's a great way, maybe with a little kick, maybe because of the nutmeg or the cinnamon on the edge, but I do not disagree with that. And anyone in the audience that wants to bring me their eggnog, I actually have a friend of mine who's, married to a Puerto Rican lady who is a councilwoman here. She's wonderful, Odette Ramos. And John Redlocks, he makes coquito this time of year. So that's sort of like this special Puerto Rican eggnog that has this coconut kind of, but it's very much like eggnog, and it's very creamy and luscious and delicious. And I must say this to you. Last time I had you on, we were talking about eating. Imagine that. And I have Christina Pelletier on, and she's the dietitian. So you guys are like good cop, bad cop with me. These wise conversations we have because it's eat, but eat wisely, but get a ham. And then we're going to talk about desserts. And I've always got the scooper out. I mean, I'm always ready for a scoop of vanilla bean or a scoop of cinnamon this time of year on some apple pie. I gained a little bit of weight Thanksgiving week, and I don't even know how. Maybe it was the gravy, maybe it was the mashed potatoes, maybe it was the stuffing. I got on the scale, and I'm pretty fit. Planet Fitness sponsors me. I do a lot of yoga, a lot of hot yoga. I got a mat 3 feet away, helps my back out, and I just cold turkey ice cream for a couple. So I have not had a scoop of Wise ice cream this month, I would say. I mean, I haven't reached for a cone since November, and I need you to help me change that. I mean, Christina's gotten into me now with the dietitian thing. You know what I mean? And she had a charcuterie that was healthy with me 2 weeks ago. So I want you to tell me everything that's going on that's going to get me back to an appropriate winter weight.
Well, you're already pointing me as the bad cop, but I'll gladly help you out. But
I need
we
you in my life.
you need to even out the good with the bad, you know? But we are doing a holiday rewards program. It's very similar to our Thanksgiving rewards program that I talked about last month. But Wise Rewards customers can earn 1 point for every dollar they spend at their local Wise location. And then once they add up all those points, they can actually redeem them. We're doing a redemption period right now up until Christmas Eve, which is December 24th, and customers can redeem points to get discounts or even free items. So 200 points gets you discounts on a Wise quality ham or turkey, and then 400 points gets you the free Wise quality ham, turkey, tofurkey, and even a Wise quality frozen lasagna.
All right, so here it is. This is my real app. I've spent almost $5,000. Sounds like a lot, but I eat a lot. And we get so much more at Wise. And I mean, when you start to talk about other things and other aisles beyond just what you eat, we want. So I have 286 points. But here's what happened. My wife listened to this segment last month because we were talking about pumpkin pie and like all the things that helped me gain weight last month, and she cashed in the points for the turkey. So that's why I'm struggling right now because I haven't spent it. So I'm at 286. So what you're telling me is if I spend $115 on something in the next week, I'll have 401 points, and then I get the ham free.
Well, we're also doing an offer. If you want to easily get the 400 points, we're doing a Blackhawk gift card event. It's going on right now up until December 28th, where if you purchase a select $100 gift cards, you'll automatically get 4 times the Wise reward points.
Wow. See, I stepped right into that. Anything else that I don't know about that I need to know about here this holiday season? Are you ham or turkey with your family or something different?
Ham.
I mean, some folks do prime rib. Some folks, I mean, I got Italian friends that do fishes and like, everybody's doing a little something different and different religions as well. But I mean, just traditional Christmas Eve, Christmas Day. I've always been a ham family because my dad would always say, we did turkey 4 weeks ago. I mean, we love
Mhm.
turkey. It's good. But we do ham on Christmas in my house.
Yeah, we're a ham and a shellfish kind of family. So Christmas Eve and Christmas Day will definitely have the ham. And then alongside the ham, we'll have like mini crab cakes and then steamed shrimp. And actually, that's like one of the things that we eat on Christmas morning. My dad will actually steam a bunch of shrimp and we'll have that with like our scrambled eggs, or we'll have a little something sweet, maybe like cinnamon rolls or pancakes or something on Christmas morning.
We're American, right? So like decadence just means we eat. That sounds decadent to me. It sounds like something you do once a year. It's kind of cool. It's kind of fun. But Hannah Grotti's here. She's from Wise Markets. We love having her on the program talking about all sorts of rewards and the things that we do and the holiday. You know what I also love about this time of year? Not just that my smooth jazz channel starts playing some Herb Alpert, Santa Baby, and different things like that, but when I go into to shop anywhere, I like the hustle and bustle. I mean, maybe it's just because I'm not an old get off my lawn guy or whatever, but I like the music. I like Mariah Carey. I like Bing Crosby. I like eggnog, right? I haven't jumped the bridge to fruitcake yet, but I did do something that I need to discuss with you because I have a baker here in town down in Ovenbird that makes this fresh panettone. I've gotten the
Mhm.
panettone. It was these seasonal things that you either have a taste for, like you not with eggnog, or people have their traditions. And I'll get the sauerkraut and kielbasa before this segment's over. Don't let me forget that part because it's really important. But I would say for like a panettone or some things that chestnuts roasting on an open fire, people buy things this time of year, and you guys dress the stores up, and there's a vibe about this time of year, and I don't mean it like in a song, but there's food that goes along with it. And in your house, it's even shrimp for breakfast.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we have everything that you need at your local Weis markets, whether you need like, like I said earlier, your holiday ham, or we have entertaining platters if you feel like you don't want to cook this year. We also have recipes. And we also have
Cookies.
goodies, like cookies, candy, cake. I mean, I feel like Christmas is a lot of sweets. So I mean, any kind of sweet treat you can think of that you eat during the holiday season, we have that too. Because I know besides the ham and the shellfish, we eat like I feel like we eat a lot of candy. My mom's a teacher too, so she'll always come home with just like piles and piles of Christmas candy. And she's just like, "Here you go." And she'll give it to me and my sister, and we just eat just ungodly amounts of Christmas candy.
I'm wearing my buddy Leonard Raskin's blue shirt on here. That kind of reminds me of the Cookie Monster a little bit, right? Because I got the right color, you know. I love cookies. I love pie, but pie to me feels like last month. And no wonder I gained weight, Hannah. I went on a crusade all week long about telling every guest I had that, look, it's not Thanksgiving if it's not a la mode, right? I mean, if you're not putting a
Mm-hmm.
scoop of ice cream, and I had a real legitimate complaint last month. I think I told Christina about this because we were talking. I had her on right after Thanksgiving. I didn't tell you. So you need to lodge this with everyone because you're in the mothership up there. So we have a complaint for the dairy department, the same people I toured with. And here's what it is. A couple days before Thanksgiving, my wife went out and added some points. Okay. So she spent some money. She came home. When she texts me, I'm close to home, come out and help me at the car. I know she bought a lot of stuff, right? So I
Mm-hmm.
so I did this and then she forgot a few things, right? So it's like
Mm-hmm.
um we were just missing like some sort of spice. We were missing she wanted to brine the turkey. We couldn't find turkey brine type stuff, so she was trying to get some salty stuff to do all that, rosemary, thyme, all that kind of stuff. So she went back out to the store, and I guess through all of this, she decided that we needed not Wise premium quality cinnamon ice cream, but and maybe this speaks to your eggnog and the folks in Pennsylvania, your farming friends. She was going to make fresh whipped cream. So
Okay.
she loves, I mean, she uses the confection sugar. She gets the beater out. She does this a lot. Like, so she keeps whipping cream. It's not half and half, it's whipping cream in little containers. She keeps it around a lot. Sometimes it gets spoiled. And when we do throw a steak on the grill, we'll make mashed potatoes and we will whip in some whipping cream and it really like good, right? So she decides she wants I bought a pumpkin pie at Wise. How about that? I
Mm-hmm.
When I go in, we come in with pie. When she goes, we don't get good things like that. So I have to go and represent myself like when I was a kid. If I want what I want, I got to go with her, right? So she goes into one Wise, our primary Towson, no whipping cream. Now she's in there like it was either Monday, Tuesday, went, but it wasn't a week before, but it wasn't 11 o'clock the night before Thanksgiving either. And she went to one store. And then she went to the other store over on Bel Air Road. And then she went to the store we go to after yoga on Harford Road. And she got to like the third one. And there was a woman in the aisle next to her who said, and probably Baltimore accent, they ain't got it here. They ain't got it nowhere. I've been to 6 stores and I can't find it. And every one of the stores had a little sign that said, we're out. And I'm
Oh,
thinking,
wow.
we need to make sure next holiday season that we don't have, and it wasn't just your market. Apparently, this is a global issue around the Beltway
Yeah.
3 days because people use this product that maybe they only use once a year or they only pick it up once in a while. And there aren't. So we had no whipped cream here. And I said to my wife, I'm like, you didn't get like the ready whip or just bring something home? She's like, no, I just kept going to other stores and I kept trying. But she held out a holiday police. I'm not going to let that happen again. But our mashed potatoes were fine. And it just forced me to get the cinnamon ice cream that I already had. I showed you last month. I just used that
Mm-hmm.
instead and I was fine. But I don't know. I'm just on talking about the holidays and frustrations of the holidays. But more than that there are items like sauerkraut and kielbasa that I hope my wife's is stocked up on because my wife's already rated it once to take it all up to New Hampshire for her family. So you don't do sauerkraut and kielbasa, right? That's not your thing.
That's a New Year's Day thing. That's like that's the first meal that we have on New Year's Day because there's like symbolic representation to it. Because I know like the green and the cabbage is supposed to represent good wealth in the new year. And there's something about pork. I can't remember right off the top of my head. Pork represents something about like moving forward into the new year, like it doesn't go back, like hogs don't
It
move
represents
back.
deliciousness to me. I mean,
Yeah.
I would do bacon myself, but
Or hot dogs if you don't prefer pork.
I turned down a hot dog the other day. First hot dog I've been offered in a while. I was in Pittsburgh in the press box. They had halftime hot dogs, and I looked and I'm like, I'm just gonna go with the nachos this time. I'm gonna go with the cookies.
Okay.
I went with the cookies. I was bad there. Peanut butter. Mr. Rooney makes delicious cookies. You have some Steelers fans in your life, right? Yeah,
Yes,
I'm sorry to
I
hear that,
do.
but I was in Pittsburgh, and Mr. Rooney makes delicious peanut butter cookies, chocolate chip cookies, and oatmeal raisin cookies. And I made this admission. Luke and I went to the game together. We covered the game. We did press afterwards. We get in the car. They don't call it Heinz Field anymore, but it's 4 hours. We got to drive back through Breezewood, down 70, 76 and 70. And I got down towards Somerset, and I turned to Luke and I'm like, I didn't take any cookies with me. I'm going to wake up tomorrow because every year I put them, I put 3 or 4 in the bag, and then the next day I get a little coffee in the morning, and I have Mr. Rooney's
Yeah.
cookies, and they always taste better when the Ravens beat the Steelers. Well, I hope you have a beautiful holiday, and I am appreciative that you gave me a little backdoor to getting to 400 points because I am 114 points short on my Wise Rewards app. Tell me about the Wise Rewards program and how easy it is to sign up because it's so easy. You signed me up once.
Yeah, absolutely. So if you want to become a Wise Rewards Club Card member, you can just go to your local Wise Markets, go up to the service desk and say, "Hey, I want to, be a part of the rewards program." You fill out a little bit of paperwork and they give you the card right there. And then if you also want to, if you're more technologically savvy and you want to kind of view how you can, how if you want to see how your points work and how many points you've accumulated, you can either go on wisemarkets.com or our mobile app for Apple and Android devices.
This one right
And all you
here.
have to do,
This one right
yeah,
here.
right there.
This is
And
the
all you
one.
have to do is just put in your Wise Reward card number, which is normally on the back of the card. Just put that in, and then you're already set up with your account.
See, you're younger than me. So do you use the little blip blip when you go up to get your points, or do you put your phone number in?
I put my phone number
So
in.
do I. My wife uses the little blip blip, and I
Okay.
I don't, and I didn't even know where it was, but then I hit it, and it came up. It says view club card, and I get my little blip blip.
Okay.
Right? So I had never
Yeah.
really done it until before this segment. I was practicing because I didn't want to embarrass myself again this year and not have it right. So I'm always logged in now, and I know my password, which is obviously pretty key. But I'm
You've
at 200.
improved. You've improved.
I'm unlocked. I'm gold status. Does that mean anything?
Yeah, it means good.
All right. Can I get to platinum, or is gold as good as I'm an achiever? I mean, is this is the highest level I can get to?
I can't remember. I can't really remember off the top of my head.
I used to remember it used to be gold, silver, and bronze, right? Like the Olympics. Now there's
Yeah.
platinum and super platinum and double platinum. It's like a Kiss album. Hannah
Yeah.
Grotty is here. She's from Wise Markets. She puts up with me once a month and then pawns me off to Christina so I can lose weight after the holidays and eat right for my New Year's resolutions. But in the meantime, and I'm not going to say this again, all right? Because it served me right that my wife couldn't find whipping cream, and I had a lot of ice cream in the house because I did at the time, and it was perfect for all the pie we had here. But I did say for a solid week, I told every single guest that the 3 most important words during Thanksgiving were a la mode. So, and I held my scooper up. So I did have a lot of ice cream at that period of time, but I do not have any eggnog ice cream in the house right now or peppermint. If I did, I would hold it up. I still have some remnants of my cinnamon, but I told you I haven't eaten enough ice cream this month. And this segment has reminded me that that's about to change.
Well, good luck, with the eggnog and all the chocolate, and hopefully you don't go into a second food coma, because this is like Christmas is, well, the holiday season, and personally for me, I celebrate Christmas. This time of the year is where it's like food coma round two. Thanksgiving is kind of like the pregame, and then Christmas is like the main thing, because it's just we eat a lot of finger foods, and finger foods are very dangerous because it's like potato chips, you can't just have one. It's kind of like the same with the cookies and the snacks and the sides and everything. So
I have never ever had one potato chip. I'm a little bit
no.
skinny, but I'm not that guy at all. And I'll share this with you as well because the sauerkraut and kielbasa and Wise, it's a big part of what I've always done. And all of our Wise locations on the northeast side of town have the kielbasa I've been eating my whole life from Ostrowski's of Bank Street, and I grew up on Bank Street in Dundalk, so it's important. But I'll say this: my wife had her life saved on the bone marrow registry in 14 and 15 by a man in Germany, and he was 21 at the time. He's now 30. We know him. It's part of our heartwarming story out on social media and like all of that. But he's coming to America with his wife for the first time. He's been to America, but his wife's never been, and they're spending the holidays with my wife in New Hampshire, in Boston. They're going to New York. They're going to these. They're doing the Great American Tour and wearing masks, doing it and doing all that. But
Oh,
we
that's
are
awesome
actually
though.
having Christmas dinner at in my home in Baltimore with this German couple who've never like been away from home for Christmas, never been here. So like I'm going to be I'm in charge of the meal. Right,
Mm-hmm.
because they're in New Hampshire until Christmas, so I'm alone until Christmas. So like I have to get the ham. I have to get the green bean casserole. I mean, I'm in charge of the eggnog, right? All of this, right? Important things. So I'm going to be on front of this. I'm going to get to 400 points. I'm going to get a ham. I'm going to put pictures up, and we're going to have an amazing, miraculous, transcontinental, European, American, German thing with sauerkraut and kielbasa proper. So there you have it.
Well, that's awesome.
Happy holidays to you. I hope you have a great holiday. I hope you eat too many shrimp. I hope you a la mode and take all of my advice from Thanksgiving. And I hope you and your family have a great, great time.
Thanks, Nestor. Same to you.
Hannah Grotti, she's from Wise Market. She keeps me straight, making sure that I'm doing the right thing with my rewards points and get myself a ham. Happy holidays to everybody out there. Get out to your Wise Market, support them. They support us with wise conversations around here. I am Nestor. We are WNST AM 1570. Getting ready for, let's see, Ravens games this weekend. Santa Claus, New Year's resolutions, and a lot of really cool stuff coming up in the holidays around here, around my 31st anniversary, and some conversations I've never shared, some wise conversations we had back in the day. You'll be checking them out at BaltimorePositive.com.